Is the former National Border Patrol President, Brandon Judd. Brandon, thanks for being with us here on the Hill. Appreciate it. You see those numbers? Is the plan working?
It's not. What they're not taking into account is they're not taking into account that the cartels, they understand the political dynamics in the United States. They understand the ebbs and flows. They understand that high numbers going right into an election is very bad for them. They constantly ramp up their operations after an election, leading into an election, and then they drop those numbers. But then you look at those numbers.
So you say this has nothing to do with policy?
No, it has very little to do with policy. All we have to do, and evidence is Title 42. Look at exactly what happened in Title 42. We had intelligence that there were more than 20,000 people lined up ready to cross the border at the end of Title 42, and very few people crossed because the cartels recognized that it was going to be very bad for their business, so they stopped them from crossing. That's what we're seeing now. All you have to do is look at the number of people. Look at the number of people that are crossing through the Darien Gap on a daily basis, and it's still the same numbers. They're just waiting until the cartels are going to allow them to come into the United States.
Let me ask you both about Donald Trump and Kamala Harris real quick. Donald Trump killed the deal, essentially, that the Border Patrol union supported. What do you want to see out of Donald Trump at the border if he's president again?
Well, we want to see him re-implement the same plans that were so successful that allowed us to drop illegal immigration to 45-year lows. It also allowed us to go after the cartels. That's exactly what we want to see. Look, although I supported that border bill, I knew that it was a lot less than what we could do with proper policy. We supported it simply because it was better than the status quo. Not that it was the best thing out there. The best thing that we have ever seen was President Trump's policies. Those bear out. Why
haven't you endorsed him yet? Why hasn't the union endorsed him yet?
I don't. I'm the former president. I have no idea. But I went on CNN. I was on CNN right before I retired, and I specifically said that I support the President of the United States. The National Border Patrol Council supports the President of the United States. Look, it's been an open endorsement. That couldn't be any more clear than what we've clearly shown. I mean, the National Border Patrol Council put out that they will never endorse Biden.
You should have said that on NewsNation, but neither here nor there. Anyways, Kamala Harris. Let me ask you about.
I was asked on CNN.
There you go. Kamala Harris. She said this recently out on the trail. I'll get your reaction on the other side.
Earlier this year, we had a chance to pass the toughest bipartisan border security bill in decades. But Donald Trump tanked the deal. But when I am president, I will sign the bill.
Is that enough as it relates to her and her policy? We don't have a fully fleshed out.
It's not, because it doesn't go far enough. It's better, again, it's better than the status quo, but it doesn't go far enough. It will not allow us to go after the criminal cartels, and that's what we have to be able to do. Again, let's go right back to those numbers. And although the numbers are lower right now, they're still 2 times higher than what they should be. Jay Johnson said that if we hit 1,000 apprehensions per day, we're in a crisis. Jay Johnson was the DHS secretary under President Obama. We're still at 17, 18, 2,000 apprehensions every single day. So her policies are not working. And I'm sorry, say that again?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say 1,800 right now, so it's right at that level, yeah.
Correct. So we're double what we're supposed to be. So her policies clearly are not working. We have to do a lot more, and we also have to take into account what the cartels. They're a business. They understand the ebbs and flows in politics in the United States.
Thank you for watching, and make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.